Hey guys, we're back with another video. This video is going to be going through the Mydolphin Plus app that is available on all Dolphins that have Wi-Fi capability. Now this unit that I'm using here is going to be a Dolphin Explorer E50. So this model has all of the options unlocked. So keep that in mind when watching this video, that not all options with Wi-Fi will have everything unlocked. I'll try to point which ones are exclusive, which ones are not in the video. But for the sake of this video, it's going to be an Explorer E50. I wish I could do a video on every single unit. It's just not feasibly possible. So let's walk through this. All right, we're going to go tab by tab. So we've got the home page. You've got your big power button here, which is used to turn the unit on. You can also turn the unit on with the power supply as well. Some people think that, you know, if they have the Wi-Fi option, they can't, there's no other way to turn it on, which is just not true. A surprising amount of people think that, but there's a big power button on the power box itself if you don't want to use the Wi-Fi. But onward. Power button, you've also got this slide to pick up option. Now this is one of those exclusive options that I just mentioned. This is going to be available on the E50, the E70, the M600, the Active 60, and the S400 and the Active 40. Those are the options that have this pickup mode enabled as of June 2023. So if you're watching this video, there might be more next year, who knows when. Just to clarify that one. And then below here, you see the last clean cycle, the next clean cycle. So you can see its performance if you hit more. And this was a test one back then. So I don't really have accurate information here, but you'll see total time of work, the energy used, the water filtered, and the total distance covered, which is interesting. You wouldn't think that it would have all that information available. And you've got your next cleaning setup. So this is where you can do, you know, of course, when I hit this tab down here, it brings me to the weekly tab, but you can schedule it throughout the week. Now, if you watch my other videos, you might notice that I am somewhat not against scheduling, but I also try to caution, hey, you know, if you leave it in the pool all the time, especially when you've got your chlorine really high, it's not best for the unit. And Maytronics makes this clear in the instructions as well, to avoid certain high chlorine levels, because at that point you're doing more harm than good. It might be convenient for you, but you're also cutting down the lifespan by always leaving it in the pool. So that's really the home option there. Let's go to cleaning modes. Now, once again, I have to stress that, you know, not every model is going to have every cleaning option available. Every unit's going to have of course, your regular cleaning option. Now, most models will only come with a 2-hour cycle time. Some have a 2.5 and a 1.5, but most are only going to be 2. And then you've got your fast mode. Most models with the Wi-Fi will have a fast mode. Now, the only one I could really think of that wouldn't is the CC Pro. I could be a little off on that. Don't take my word for it, but I know that most of them do have a fast mode. Floor only is going to be an option. Now, the fast mode itself is floor only. I think most units have the fast mode. And then floor only is ones, you know, you can just change it from 1 hour to 1.5, 2 or 2.5. When I do repairs here, I don't usually go on the app. We have our own version of a tech app that we do, and I don't really see these options. So this is from the retail app itself. All right, so we did floor only. Then you got waterline only. Waterline only is going to be, let's go back here. Waterline only is going to be, of course, waterline only. Although this messaging here is kind of confusing. It says cleans the walls and waterline. But if we go by just the icon looks like it would just really do the waterline. I would follow where this blue line is on here. I know you probably can't see where I'm touching, but the blue areas on those icons is where it would be cleaning. On those icons, the floor only, waterline only, and regular. Then you've got your ultra clean, which is going to basically spend more time on all spots. When you're using this, I would suggest do 2.5 hours, because you want to have it have as much time as possible. So I would always suggest ultra clean 2.5. Otherwise, you know, you got to ask yourself, what is ultra clean at 1.5? You know, is it better than regular at 2? These are the questions I ask myself, and sometimes I go a little bit insane. All right, so weekly. This is the weekly tab. Basically, this is your scheduling. So, for example, say I wanted to, today is Wednesday. Say if I wanted to schedule it tonight, I can do this. You have this dial here where it dials around, you know, chooses where you want to put it. You've got your cleaning modes, which standardize at certain time frames. So let's say we set floor only on a Wednesday. Got it. Boom. I just switched it to regular. All right, and then you can go throughout there. I mean, personally, I think 2 to 3 times a week is fine. Now, the thing is, you know, of course, it's, you know, it, what is the word? Encourages you to leave it in the pool, which you don't usually want to do, personally. I'm sure if you watch any of my other videos, I am pretty clear on that one. All right. Weekly is done. Now let's go to delay. So the delay feature is basically, hey, I want it to run in an hour from now. So it's just a quicker way of, you know, instead of immediately saying go, you can switch it. So that thing with that is, it's basically just a quicker way of a scheduling, because you can also go and say, you know, hey, you know, say today's Thursday and I want it to run in an hour from now. It's 4:48, so I want it to start at 5:48. We got to go to PM though. 5:48, and so on, and go from there. But so some of it is a little, you know, delay option. Do I think that's really groundbreaking? I don't know. Next up, manual drive. Right now the robot's off. It's out of the pool. I do not want it running all over the patio, so let's keep it at that. But manual drive, you know, you just hit, it basically turns your phone into a controller. So you got basically a little joystick comes up, forward, backwards, left, right. I will say there's like a slight delay in terms of, you know, when you want to turn left, I would plan it like a second or two ahead. Like plan your route. So like, okay, I want it to turn left, say in 5 feet. Turn left like a second or two on the phone beforehand, because it's going to take a slight delay from your connection from Wi-Fi to get to the power supply, for that power supply to then communicate to the robot. I know Dolphin is making this faster and faster every year. It's just, I think it's more of a connection issue from your phone to the router to the power supply to the robot. You know, that's 4 points of connection where your information has to communicate through all those things. And, you know, to expect a second or two delay, I would say is pretty, you know, reasonable. Then you've got all options while manual drive, by the way. Visual effects. Visual effects is basically a light show. You can choose to have the robot have a blue light on all the time, no light on at all, red light, like a light show, so it turns red, green, red over and over and over again. You can choose it to blink. Basically, nothing to do with any cleaning performance. It's just a visual effect. So at night, your pool could look pretty cool if you got the robot in there changing lights like that. Also, kind of weird, because if you have it go blue to red, it might look a little bit suspicious, like there's a cop outside. But I don't think you can go blue to red, actually. I think it's blue, red, green. So that's another plus. This feature, I know, is only on the E50 M4, or not M400, sorry. It's E50 S400, Active 40, M600, Active 60, E70. No M400. Once again, could change. Today is June 21st, I think, or the 20th? 2023. So that's one thing to consider. All right, support. So you go to frequently asked questions, you know, how to switch connection type and why, which is what we'll go through in a second, because you can change from Wi-Fi to Bluetooth. So let's read that. All right. Whether you connected via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, would like to change it to Wi-Fi or vice versa. The steps are almost the same. When entering settings, you will see one of two options. Wi-Fi connectivity. Choose this from switch Bluetooth to Wi-Fi. Bluetooth connected. Switch from Wi-Fi to Bluetooth. Pretty straightforward. Let's go back. I don't know if hitting the back button. Okay, good. All right. History. This is the history tab we saw earlier. And settings. So settings is pretty insane with what information it lies in all these tabs. So measuring units. You can change. Maytronics makes units all across the globe, so of course people have different measuring units, so changing that based on preference is of course an important thing for people to be able to do. And then let's go back to settings. Appearance. You can go light or dark. I actually like light a little bit better, actually. All right, we'll stick with white. All right, language, of course, that's pretty straightforward. User profile, we're not going to get into that because that's my profile. Warranty. So, warranty status not active. Now, this is a little bit misleading. That doesn't matter. It does. If you don't plan on going through your seller for any warranty issue, I would really, register it when you get it and open it. If you choose not to, keep the bill of sale on hand. Because if you run into a warranty issue and you don't register it, you're going to have to provide proof of sale. Basically, that this not activated thing is saying is, hey, it's not in our records. If you have a warranty issue, you're going to have to provide a proof of sale in order for it to be covered. Best way to avoid this is to just register it when you get it. Now, this is an overlooked feature that not a lot of people tend to know about. So basically your power supply the power supply only has one button. It's the power button. Of course, that power button will turn the robot on and have it run for its standard cycle. Now, the quick button, this allows you to start one of the following actions by pressing and holding the power button on the power supply for 5 seconds. You could say, hey, clean floor only, fast mode, weekly timer, and pickup mode, if you have the pickup mode option. Personally, pickup mode is great, because then if you're walking out, say you don't have your phone, you need to get it out of the unit, or out of the pool, hold it down, and go from there. It's awesome that they have this option. Personally, I wish they would have more buttons on the power supply, but I do understand that most people end up using the app, so, I would say if they didn't have this option, that's a major overlook, but they do. So it's good. You get 2 solid functions on the power supply. It's up to you what you want to choose from. Pickup mode seems like it's the one that makes the most sense. Or floor only, fast mode, weekly timer. Once again, you know how I feel about that. I'm not a big fan of it. And then you've got your Wi-Fi. You got your Wi-Fi settings and your Bluetooth connectivity. So that's pretty much it. If you have questions, comment down below. Other than that, if you're looking for a certain model or want to know more information about a certain model and how it compares to others, I would really suggest watching the comparison video I made with the chart I made. It tends to help a lot of people, so I would give that a watch. And also let me know. I don't know what else to make. There is a lot of information to be covered. I wish I could do reviews of each unit. It's just I can't. But that's it. Once again, if it really did help you, I would really appreciate for you to subscribe to the channel. And just tell me, which unit did you end up going with? Do you like the app? Do you wish there were more options on the app? Do you wish there were more options on the power supply? And stuff like that. And I'll try to help you as much as I can. So have a good rest of your day, guys.